always, with great delight, televiewers, we welcome you on yet another exciting edition of your favorite societal affairs program, Focal Point, that comes up every Wednesdays and Fridays when it clocks 10:30 a.m. in Boya, and we're having a replay every of those broadcast days as from 9 p.m. Today we are talking about the Balondo gastronomy. The other time we're talking about the Balondo cultural heritage. It was a global one, but today we are limiting ourselves within the Balondo gastronomy, which is an element of the Balondo cultural heritage. And today we shall be identifying the different dishes or the staple meals of the Balondo people only on this edition of the program. And I have the delight to welcome on set Mr. Michael Anje Netumba. It's a pleasure having you on Focal Point as usual.
Thank you, Tata. It's my pleasure too.
Okay, we equally have on set Madam Masungu Nives Afo. It's a pleasure having you on this edition of Focal Point.
Thank you, Mr. Nanje Gerard. A pleasure to be here.
How has it been?
We are good. We are fine.
Okay. We equally have on set Miss Ekoli Genevieve Nyando. It's a pleasure having you. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Focal Point.
Thank you, Mr. Gerard. I'm so delighted to be here.
Thank you for thanking me. Okay, we have Ekoli Kimberly Bechem. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Mr. Gerard.
She's a member of the Balondo Cultural Heritage. It's a pleasure having you on this edition of the program.
Thank you very much.
Somebody said the young must grow, and of course, we should ensure that even at the Balondo Cultural Heritage, the young people should be given the opportunity to explain what their culture is all about. I begin with you, Mr. Anje Michael Netumba. This is probably your second time on Focal Point. In fact, as a matter of fact, when personalities of your caliber speak, they speak to Focal Point. It's a pleasure having you again once again. We enjoyed your insights as far as about the cultural heritage last time was concerned.
Thank you, Tata Nanje Gerard. It's always a pleasure. I am at your disposal and I have a lot to offer as far as the gastronomy and the cultural heritage of the Balondo people are concerned. So at any time you call for me, I'm readily available for you.
Can you give us some of the staple meals of the Balondo people? We are here to talk about not only Ekpan, which is erroneously pronounced by non-Balondos as Ekwang, but today we are here to set the record straight. Of course, because if we don't set the record straight, the buffers, like you call them, they are going to mix up everything that has to do with the Balondo man. Today we are here to set the record straight as far as the staple diet of the Balondo man is concerned.
Yes. From yesteryears when I was born, I am 43 years old today. I was born on the 31st of May 1976 at the Kondo Titi, but I'm a freeborn of Mungu Balondo, and Iluani Balondo too. Gastronomy, what is it all about? Gastronomy is a Greek word borrowed by the Anglo-Saxons, which talks about the stomach. So it talks about what we take into the stomach that keeps us alive. The most outstanding dish of our gastronomy is ekpan.
You mean to talk about the Balondo, the lower and the upper Balondo in this case?
Okay, in this case, if history holds it, then I will get there, because the Balondo people are presently occupying 17 settlements in the shorelines of Cameroon, probably Indian Division, precisely. And they occupy 3 subdivisions. They are found in the Sangale subdivision, they are found in the Kondo Titi subdivision, and they are also found in Bamuso subdivision. In the conference of Bakuda that recently took place some 5 years ago, we decided to split the Balondo tribe into 3 zones. We have Njiambusa, we have Mesaka in the middle, and we have Njiabuso. So the settlements that make up Mesaka, those are the center. Settlements like Kondo Titi, which is the most gigantic settlement we have, Lobe Town, Kumbe Balondo, to an extent Meme Balondo. And you have Njiambusa, you have settlements like Kondo Nene, Funge Ilo, Tibunda, and Batika is inclusive because Batika is our own settlement that is found in the Sangale subdivision. Then if you come to Njiabuso, these are settlements which are predominantly in Bamuso subdivision, You have Iluani Balondo, Dikome Balondo, Mbongo Balondo, Bonjare Balondo. You have Boa Balondo, you have Diongo Balondo, and you have Mbonga Maliba. These are settlements that are found in Bamusa subdivision.
Okay, I haven't identified that, and today our focus is on the Balondo gastronomy. Okay, I come to you, Madam Masungu Mebes Afo. You are a Balondo bar. We understand that before this broadcast, you must have acquired a lot of knowledge when it comes to the Balondo gastronomy. Which particular staple meal of the Balondo people catches your attention? Which one do you enjoy most?
It's the ekbang.
Okay, we shall be coming to that. It's a ekbang food stuff, but we shall don't comment. How about you?
Ekbang, of course.
Okay,
I enjoy ekbang.
How about you?
No, senior ekbang.
Okay, everybody wants to eat ekbang. How about ofere afang? We have pamachop. None of you are attracted to that?
No, we're attracted, but we'll more take ekbang.
Okay. Okay, the more reason we are taking you back to the machines to bring to you a documentary that has to do with Ekbang production, to index here that is a production of the Balondo cultural heritage, and of course it is their own way to make sure that the facts and figures of the Balondo people in all regard is kept jealously. Let's have this documentary that equally give us an insight of what Ekbang is all about, the different forms of Ekbang. We shall be back after this documentary. Stay with us.
Ekbang is food, but more importantly, the identity or feeling of belonging to a community based on what they eat. That is to say, it is part of Balondo person's self-conception and self-perception and is related distinctively to the Balondo culture.
I am from the Balondo Bakonja homeland. My father is from a Kondo Nene and my mother is from Kumbe. I am a true son of the Balondo Bakonja homeland. The purpose of this video production is to tell the story or narrative of one of the most delicious staple diet on planet Earth called Ekbang. It's a fact that Balondo Ekbang has a history. It was born in the Republic of Congo, where our ancestors settled from the day Seloba created them. And then, for some reason, they had to relocate to Calabar, Akwa Akbar, which is Calabar today. And after a while, they have to move again to our present-day location in the coastal southwest region. In Calabar, they shared their Ekbang with the Effiks. When they came to the southwest region, they also shared some cultural values, including their Ekbang with the Bakweri people. Very good, honest, just decent people, very proud. They were so moved by the richness of our culture and the good behavior, generosity, that they proclaim in their language that we were one and the same people. If I'm allowed to translate, they said in Balondo, put in Balondo, Morondo na Mokwere Motomoko, that Balondo and Bakweri are intricately woven into one cultural fabric, that they are the same people.
In fact, Ekbang is a Balondo Bakonja staple since time immemorial. In this context, it is a pure psychological terms, Balondo's gastronomical identity. However, they have never ever been identified by this food identity type. Instead, they are constantly being ignorantly ridiculed by all and sundry as eaters of Mokere and Ndonga.
Psychological is something more troubling. It is a result of a stigma splashed on the Morondo bar. Everywhere the Balondo man goes, oh, Mokere and Ndonga. I fought hard growing up to deflect those stereotypical blows to no avail. And the Balondo children I interviewed in the course of my doing research also are still going through the same motions. Please stop it. When you finish watching this video, please reset your mindset to reflect the fact that Balondo own Ekpang. Actually, the people who eat Mokaran and Donga are our neighbors on the hills, the Bangwe, in a Kunduchi subdivision, the Ngolo, Balwe, Ekombe, Mbonge, Mbandi, and Bakundu. These two are in Meme division. And wherever they went, they would, they wouldn't hide it. They would just eat their plantain and pepper. They're very proud of it. I give them kudos for that. Yeah, and despite the fact that we show them how to eat eggplant, they still don't know how to eat it. They just eat plantain and pepper. So the Bangwe are the people who actually eat plantain and pepper. They used our name for 300 years and have now stopped using it. They now call themselves Oroko. So please, Oroko are the people who eat plantain and pepper, not Balondo. We own Ekpang. We own it. And to show that we do, we can broaden the concept. For example, if we want to eat Ekpang cooked especially with core or snails, we call it Ekpang core. Cooked with mushroom, we call it Ekpang iyonjo. Cooked with fresh crayfish, we call it, or shrimp, we call it Ekpang meso, and so forth. So, tell me what Cameroonian people do the same, except for the owners of Ekpang, the Balondo Bakonja.
Balondo own huge rivers, seas and ocean with fish which they use to cook ekpang and every other food they eat. The general Cameroonian public ignorantly refers to it as ekwang. Moving along, its influence naturally spread far and wide, so that most Cameroonians eat ekpang today in many altered forms, given that as borrowers they prepare it with ingredients never heard of before in the Balondo Bakonja homeland. For instance, they cook the ekpang birimbi with cow meat, onions, fruit tomatoes, you name the rest. Also, their ekpang wraps are bombastically large and mushy or too soft, terribly an eyesore to a Morondo pa. There are 4 types of ekpang: ekpang birimbi, ekpang bolingo or lover's delight, ekpang jockey, and of course, ekpang cocoa.
Lina Lami, Iwelinzi Enanga. And what I just said is, I'm called Enanga. I hail from Fako Division, and I'll be doing a presentation on the preparation of ekpang in this video. We need to understand that Barondo or Balondo people and Mokwe people share a lot of cultural similarities. Reason why there is a common parlance or there's a common phrase, Morondo na Mokwe Iwelinzi Motomoko, meaning that we are one people. I want to give a big thank you to the vision bearer of the Barondo Cultural Heritage in the United States, Dr. Ajaro, and for this opportunity, this privilege to give a presentation on the preparation of ekpang, which is, by the way, one of the best delicacies from the Southwest region. There is no arguing with that. Did you know that there are 4 types of ekpang?
The first thing that comes to mind is ekpang berembi. That is from time immemorial. The real principal meal of a Balondo Wakunja, a real typical Balondo person, is ekpang berembi. And other people call it ekwang, but that's not the right pronunciation. The right pronunciation, as a Balondo man will call it, is ekpang. Ekpang, and we have various types of ekpang. There is ekpang berembi, and that very ekpang berembi, we have about 2 types of ekpang berembi. There is a simple ekpang berembi, and there is ekpang yaburingo, which is particularly prepared for lovers. A woman falls in love with a particular man and wants to prepare a special meal for the man. He prepares it in in a particular way. That's what they call ekpang boringo. There is also ekpang jockey, this one which is prepared with cocoyams and tied, wrapped in gongo leaves. You know, they say it is a woman who prepare ekpang berenbi. I grew up in the village, and I used to assist my mother so much in preparing ekpang, all the various types of ekpang. So I know very much how they prepare it. I can even prepare it. I've been preparing it myself. You know, to prepare ekpang berenbi is a process. A Balondo, typical Balondo woman takes time to prepare ekpang berenbi. It's not something that you just get up and just start wrapping things and say you are preparing ekpang berenbi. It entails a preparation. Now you go to the farm, you come home with you come back home with the soft, the just very fresh leaves of red cocoyams. I want to specify red cocoyam because the Balondo man is very specific about using red cocoyams for ekpang berenbi. Then they come back home with it, they tear it, they cut it in various sizes, rectangular, square, triangular. Before that, they must have prepared their fish, remove the bones from the fish, the hard bones from the fish, because it is a very smooth meal. You don't have to be eating it with so many bones. Prepare it, grind the pepper, grind the angakanga, grind the mosekereke in some cases. Now they clean the cocoyams, grater the cocoyams. Now mix it to make the dough a bit soft, so that when they are rubbing it, the thing is not very stiff. Now they wash their pot, then they start rubbing it gradually, and they place it in the cross shape in the pot. They put the first one down, they put the other one up, they put the other one, and just like that. After that, put oil, they put their fish. But the typical Balondo person wants to cook ekpang very well. They put the fish and the ingredients at the end. But some people prefer cooking it like in some cases, when they put one layer of the ekpang they have wrapped, they put ingredients and fish, mostly fish. When they put one layer of the ekpang, they put fish. That is specific of ekpang boringo, because when you eat, you have to be eating the fish. Balondo man calls those chunks of meat or fish mumu. You have to enjoy the mumuanyama, which is in the ekpang. They place it on the fire for some time without putting water, so that the Balondo man says omekinyi, so that it does not the water does not wash the ekpang from the leaves. Omekinyi. Then you pour water gradually. The thing starts boiling. You put your oil. You leave it to boil, to cook for some time. It's a simple process, but it takes time, because to grate it, to wrap it, takes a lot of time. It needs a lot of patience.
Ekpang is like the Balondo rice, the Balondo bread. That is the real traditional dish of the Balondo people. Okay. Wherever you find a Balondo man, the Balondo man must eat ekpang. And at times, we usually eat it but during weekends, because during the week, people are so busy. So, but during weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays, that is when the Balondo man really prepare ekpang and sit and eat. So when you are visiting a Balondo man on weekends, know that you are going to eat the traditional meal of the Balondo people.
In essence, here is a demo of the various types of ekpang as demonstrated by a typical Balondo housewife.
Ekpang berenbi na seke. Mesengumi ndake. Mama kende ko ekpang berenbi. Mwa murundo kende ke ekpang berenbi. Ekpang jockey. Koko na ngwalile. Inga murundo amasia ekpang. Omareli Maria. Omaribua. Omareli Maria matingeneke ekpang ama bakatakeyo. Ekpang yo te karue nguma otone. Omo odi ebe kakpa ebe di ukem. Si sare ke me kori me ote. Anu murundo sare ke erembi. Ya la kirene ekpang.
Yo tongo.
Mole kata. Olarumbia. Taka. Obuemba. Nyama ikende koto ni ba. Yo na wala de nanu. Ine ke mana ba na de ngba. Na nyama ikende okpa. Okura koto. Ele mo. Okay. Rekei okpa. Qua Mano Maria Ele musua. Let's go. Vamos a crear de tomar y Madai mana nak duduk sini?
Hélène et Léma. Hélène, alors Hélène,
Merci à Vidova. Merci. C'est pratiquement terminé.
On n'a pas donc j'ai pris sur moi de créer mon association Africajon Fondation François Mago qui
This is a traditional way of eating ekpang. This is how the Balondo man eats ekpang. They don't eat it with the spoon, but they eat it with the hand. When you eat it with the hand, you get the flavor, you get the taste, everything of it. No, look, ekpang na makonjo. Umuno ka unyongu te sie. Umuni nyanga makonjo. Hey. Nanga mulunda la ekpang. Na makonjo seke na toko.
What comes out at the bottom of the pot, that which we call our underpot, which we enjoy to sit after having served everybody, like I will see my mother and grandmothers do. They are called beyangere, and the ekpang which is left over and eaten the following morning is called ekpang bekuru. They always say that now. Excuse me, I'm going to use small pidgin. Now underpot the sweet pass because that is where all the ingredients settle. So if you miss beyangere, brothers and sisters, I don't know what you have eaten in that ekpang because our mothers are the ones who really understand the importance of underpot here.
Ekpan koko na sake urai nano ini kwana reke na bue na erembi uronda auraka ekpan koko na erembi mana reli pe magi mana buye mo buye Omoreli mesoma njanga. Omoreli pe nyama. Omoreli moswa. Mosamo una kume kwa kokete e masang we kwa kume yari. Omo buyo. Pan ekange. Amona ngungongo. Ekpan koko. Dari mukare. Nga ya wele mbele mana sibolo. Ende kwa njoki.
Yo que to ver un ga.
Ena bo akena no e.
Ya ga ma ora to ka pa bo akwa ya pa ko.
Obu aka ikpa njoki e karwe mbuma otone. No musona de ko o yan. Ako nemba natini. Sikisa ke moswa ikpang yote ka pango beanu. Ene ikpang joki. Ine nyama yake nde kopere. Manu maudi make nde kopere. Ne ani awobe. Yake nde kopere. Na njanga makende kopere wa bole na mauni. Para na kai ekpa njoki. Ono opera ekpa njoki. Ekpanjo kia sila na ekpanjo kia no pero bobe oyo te mauni moyo te na nyama. Itingeni. You chop it. Yes. Ekan koko akire kayo mokoko musu ingo sakadi poro omo poro neo ingo maworandu tu omo oderi ba koko ora kamoto omadi nwa maria nje sakubaka wa inga yoti wora ke ekan koko sira ka musu ngama mama yakema mabakara aja aja.
It's a good initiative.
Sira ke no nara ke mbembu Latifo.
It's a very good initiative. Very good.
Cocoa leaf gives a certain flavor to the ekpan cocoa. So it makes it, by the time you are eating, it gives some certain flavor and it is medicinal. So when you eat it, there are some certain treatment in your body. At times for gastric and all the like. So it tends to help the Balondo man. That's why it is difficult in those days. It was difficult to see a Balondo man get sick and go to the hospital because they eat naturally. They don't eat artificial food. So this one, when they tell like that and they get ready, early in the morning they warm it and you take it as breakfast. People even take it to the farm. When you eat it, you drink plenty of water, which makes you not to get hungry. That's why Balondo man when goes to the farm, they take Papa go to the farm and they stay right in the night, come back home in the night to come because they have taken the Papa to the farm.
Ekpan is a meal which I can say cannot be compared to any other meal. You feel complete, you feel associated, you feel like you have gone back to the villages. It makes you think about the past, especially your grandmother, how your grandmother used to prepare it. It makes you commune with the ancestors. It's a very important meal to a Balondo man.
Do enjoy yourself consuming ekpan in its different forms. Bon appetit.
The ekpan jockey, which is eaten with any kind of soup. Then we have another kind of ekpan where you put everything inside. Yes, it's produced. They locally call it Kwakoko Bible, but it's ekpan is a staple meal.
Thank you, Mr. Nanji Gerard. The ones I'm well versed with is the ekpan berembi, ekpan berembi, ekpan koko, and the ekpan anyani that you eat with soup. Yeah. And the ekpan berembi, to most people, they don't prepare it well. From what I've realized, even around my community, around my environment, some they used to prepare it. You see them putting ginger, onion, and other kind of spices that just cook stew. Well, but to some people around my place, before they prepare, they come to me They come for inquiries, then I'll explain to them how they can go about preparing their ekpan. So a lot of people around me, they always come, then I'll tell them how they can prepare their ekpan. And even
Ali, you are not talking.
Around me, in some occasions, they always give me that opportunity for me to prepare them ekpan, and most of times they come with appreciation that at least a Balondo woman has prepared them ekpan and they have enjoyed it.
Okay, I come to you, Bechem. Okay, I would not like to use the word Bechem on set here. I would like to use the word Ekoli. That is a typical Balondo name. How much do you know of ekpan? Which particular form of ekpan attracts you?
I'll go for the ekpan.
Okay.
And the ekpan koko, because those are the two most outstanding dishes of the Balondo people. So with the ekpan berembi, the tiny ones.
That is a camera. They don't look at me. Right on.
With the ekpan berembi, the tiny ones, some people usually cook it differently. Meanwhile, it's not. Some people cook it differently. Like they put onions, tomatoes, which is not really necessary and which is not the Balondo ingredients.
Okay.
So the most.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. I come back to you, Mr. Netomba. We are making some of these clarifications so that those of our brothers and sisters who are watching the program from today, even those who are non-Balondos, they should understand today that it's not the name is not Ekwang, it's Ekpang. That's what we are making it clearly here, and that they should stop defying the Balondo cultural heritage when it comes to the preparation of Ekpang.
Yes, I actually don't have much to stress on that. The issue is an issue of language viability. There are those who can speak well, those who can listen well. So people of their own clans and tribes are not in listening well. I'm just being very. There are that erroneously want to use the English alphabet to speak our language, which cannot do. The first thing we have to do is to establish our own alphabet before we speak our languages well. That we've done already.
Yes.
So sometimes people want to write our own history and talk about our gastronomy. They even go as far as writing articles about Ekpang documentaries on behalf of Balondo people, and they deform the name Ekwang. They call it Ekwang, and when they write a very powerful documentary talking about Ekwang, is that your dish? Did you research, did you meet the owners of this dish and ask them that what is the actual pronunciation of the title given to it? So it is Ekpang, it is not Ekwang, it is Ekpang. Whosoever is listening should accept with us, because it is our dish, it is Ekpang.
Sure.
Okay, it is our dish to join the program right away. You're watching Focal TV Societal Affairs program. We are talking about the Balondo gastronomy. We are identifying those different staple meals that the Balondo gastronomy, and we are still within the ranks and files of Ekpang, the different forms of Ekpang, and we are giving it. We are making that there are some issues that you think there is modification, but we, the Balondo Bakonja, we are saying that such pronunciation shouldn't come up any longer, okay, I come to you back, Madam Okoli. We are trying to make some clarifications here, because that is the purpose for this production. We should make it clear that it is another way for BCH to promote Balondo culture.
Yes, we have said it all. Like I personally always get offended.
Okay.
Yes, when it's called Ekwang, you know, I cannot count the number of people I've had a quarrel with because of this name Ekwang. So even on my WhatsApp chat, my group, I'm like, if you want to talk to me, if you're not calling it Ekpang, don't write me. It's in a place of, it's so easy. Remove the W and put P. It's that easy. It's easy. So you don't call it Ekpang. And I personally really love this meal because of its nutritional value. Personally, I don't eat cocoyams. When I'm always like, I don't eat cocoyams, people are like, it means you don't eat Ekpang. I say, no. Yes, I eat Ekpang, but I don't eat cocoyams. But I eat every form of Ekpang. Ekpang joki, I eat every form of it. But cocoyams itself, when it's boiled, I don't eat it. So I think I'm a true Morondokpa. Yes.
Okay, let's come back to that issue of non-indigenous who we refer to the Balondo people as eating Mokeren and Dongala. We got on that documentary there. We got Dr. Aja Oro himself trying to clarify that issue, that it is not Mokeren and Donga. And Mokeren and Donga is not an identity of the Balondo people. We should make it clear, Mr. Netomba, that Mokeren and Donga, that is plantain and pepper, is not of the Balondo background.
Yes.
Okay, I come to you, Madam Masulu, for listening there to Mr. Netomba, trying to tell us that initially Ekpang was not of his taste, but until fairly recently he has to develop interest in it. What is your own case? As a child growing up in what was your attachment to Ekpang?
I loved Ekpang very much from childbirth. Ekpang has always been the best food. Ekpang has always been the best. And in our house, every week we make sure we prepare ekpang at least one time. So I'm very used to it. I like it. Even in my own house, every week I make sure I prepare ekpang.
Did you at one point in time had friends who came to enjoy ekpang?
Yes.
Especially non-Balondos?
Yes, always. If I have to prepare you a meal, if I love you so much, I have to prepare you a meal, it must be ekpang.
Of course, I've never struggled with liking ekpang from childhood. I've always loved ekpang. Probably because my mom is an excellent cook. She cooks it so well, you know. I loved eating ekpang from childhood till now, and I still love it very much. Pronounced Ofere Afang.
Okay, Afang. Okay.
Yes, okay. Afang. Afang is an ethnic Balondo name for erung. You know, erung leaves.
Okay.
What the Bayan people call eru, or what we call eru, is erung.
Okay.
Yes, with an NG.
Okay.
N and G at the end. Erung. So Afang is the ethnic name of erung. It is prepared with inanga. Okay. Inanga is a kind of fish, catfish. It's very expensive. You know, it is what the meal is water based, and you don't cook it like the Bayang people cook eru, because theirs is thicker. Okay. Since this one is water based, it's usually lighter than the eru. Now, but since catfish is expensive, you know, we can use crayfish and bonga. It still makes it very sweet, and it is eaten with water fufu or eat ugari, but you know, to make it more traditional, we eat it water fufu or urebetu. Urebetu is a kind of cassava fufu. Okay. Yes, and it's really very delicious.
And the Balondo people are a tree with roots. We are not buffalo soldiers who do not know where they originated. And our gastronomy defines our roots. Okay. So, ekpang is the most nutritious food and dish I've seen in Cameroon.
And that non-Balondo should not define it?
They should not define it for us. Let them follow us the way we define it. We call it ekpang. Okay. Let them even learn how to cook it. We don't cook it with onion, ginger, garlic, tomato. Those are not the ingredients we use.
And that is why BCH is trying to set the record straight.
Yes.
I am very grateful, BCH. Thank you very much.
Okay, maybe I'm coming back to you. BCH will be having a seminar on the 22nd. What is it all about?
On the 22nd, yes, we have a seminar. We have a seminar at Marathon Hotel, and I'll employ every BC Balondo child out there, you know, even lovers of Balondo, to the seminar to get to know more about our culture. Our culture is our pride.
Okay. It is on that note, televiewers, we put a wrap on this edition of the program. I want to thank you all for your kind attention. The program was being produced by Ms. Nkwan Kindness, production assistant Agum Jezi. I want to thank Masungu Afo on the program. I want to equally thank Mr. Michael Anje Netumba for making it for the second time on Focal Point. A colleague Genevieve, I want to equally thank a colleague Kimberly, who all were here to join their voices to that of the Balondo cultural heritage to say, yes, we are Balondo, and of course, the Balondo is not a tribe, but they are a civilization. Until we meet again some other time, stay blessed, stay in the warm company of programs on High TV. Bye now.